Good morning. Welcome to the Millionaire Book Club. My name is Pearlie Hunter. Side effects of tapping in with me every single morning do include personal development, mindset transformations, paradigm shifts, and the ability to think your way to success. So I'm super blessed, super grateful for another day. Super blessed that you are here. Go ahead and drop me something that you are grateful for in the chat. Of course, I'm always grateful for you. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for being woken up this morning and with a good mind and good spirits, feeling so aligned, feeling so ready to seize the day, right? I was going to say attack the day, but we don't want to attack. We want to seize the day. I'm grateful for my spouse. I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my best friends. I'm grateful for my soul friends and my soul family. I'm grateful for extended family. I'm grateful for nature. I'm grateful for love. I'm grateful for light. I'm grateful for abundance. I'm grateful for wealth in all forms, time, money, everything, mental wealth. I'm grateful for, what else am I grateful for? I'm grateful for the warmth that I feel in my home right now. I'm grateful for clean running water. I'm grateful for working appliances, the little things, right? I'm grateful for the little things because every need that I have right here, right now is met, right? And everything that I desire, I am currently in the process of attracting it. So I'm just grateful to be aware, to know how to do that, to have people on this journey with me who are interested in doing the exact same thing. I'm just so blessed and grateful. Barb said, I am grateful for God this morning. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for what God is doing. And I'm just so grateful this morning as I was meditating and then on my way to work, writing, and listening to my meditation music. And it's just, I was so overwhelmed about being grateful to God. I am grateful. I'm also grateful for the Millionaire Book Club and grateful for you, Queen. I'm grateful for you too, Queen. I'm so grateful that you got your routine, your morning routine down. You're doing your meditating. I know it felt so good. And listen, I don't know if you bought that book, Acts and It Is Given, but you might want to just start rereading it in between this book because that book is so powerful, right? That's the very first book that we read in the book club. It just gives you a lot of good things that you can do, like processes that you can follow to keep that vibration right there. You are at a very high vibration. You at a good spot. And it's things you can do to enhance it and keep it there, right? A lot of times, we going up and then we go down, and then we high and then we low, and then we high and then we low. But these processes that is in that book, Acts and It Is Given, it will get you to a point where you always high, right? And that is something to work towards. I'm working towards it, right? Always being high, no matter what. Not allowing anybody or anything to rupture that peace that we've built within ourselves, right? So yes, I'm grateful. Thank you, Queen. Thanks for sharing. That's awesome. So today is Thursday, July 8th, okay? And the daily word for the day is grace. And I love this word because this is my grandmother's first name, Grace, okay? So the grace of God is always at work in my life. Many times I think of God's grace as something amazing that happens at a time of need. However, grace is so much more than this. It is in and all around me every single day. Grace is God's unconditional love and expression. When I read something that uplifts me or I take part in a spiritual activity, I am immersed in grace. Anytime I receive an unexpected blessing or kindness from someone, I'm being touched by the grace of spirit. When I pray for others, help someone in need, or show my appreciation, God's grace is expressing through me. As part of my divine identity, grace is part of me, mine to freely share as perfect love. For by grace, you have been saved through faith. And this is not your own doing, it is the gift of God. Ephesians 2:8. Okay? The grace of God is always at work in my life. I have grace and I have favor. Yes, that is what I'm trying to do. Yes, and I think I got it, but I'm not sure. But if I don't have it, I'll get it. There we go. Listen, every day, you'll never probably get it. We won't get it, right? Bob Proctor said this is something that he's been studying this material for 68 years, he said. 68 years. And he said the quickest way to stop growing is to stop learning, to stop studying this information, to stop reminding yourself of these principles every single day. Like he literally has a book that he's read several hundreds of times over the years. Like this book is all torn up. He read out of it every single day. So yes, you definitely got it. And what you don't got, you will get, because this is not a destination that we go into, like a place or something like that. This is just a lifestyle change, right? And it's a great one. Like it feels good to be happy. Look, I was thinking being positive ain't easy, but somebody got to do it, right? Somebody got to do it. And we are those people. Okay. So I got our cards. 2, don't make assumptions. Okay. I pulled from the 4 Agreements deck by Dominique Well Ruiz. Okay. Oh, this light is messing my YouTube people up. Okay. Don't make assumptions. Be yourself around others. Okay. Don't make assumptions. Be yourself around others. Okay. The biggest assumption that humans make is that everyone sees life the way we do, right? We assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, judge the way we judge, and abuse the way we abuse. We are afraid to be ourselves around others because we think others will judge us, victimize us, abuse us, and blame us, as we do ourselves, okay? So don't make assumptions. Be yourself around others. Give people the freedom to live in their truth. Just like you want freedom to live in your truth, you want freedom to wake up every single day and choose what you want to do and how you want to do it every single day. Give other people that freedom as well, right? And for us, like I know while we on this journey, we want everybody to kind of like be on this journey with us, right? We want everybody to be growing and everybody to be having these paradigm shifts and these mental transformations. But the thing is, this information is meant to be heard by some, not by all, right? We cannot force nobody to come up to this level. We can only just provide a positive example for them to follow, right? Because everybody will have to come to their ascension or their awareness. Like it is going to have to happen on their own time. It's nothing that we will ever be able to do to make it happen for somebody else, right? And then like at first I used to be saying like, well, I just want to plant the seeds. I just want to plant the seeds of growth, the seeds of change, the seeds of this, the seeds of that. But it's pointless to plant a seed if it's not going to be cultivated, right? If it's not going to be watered, if it's not going to be tended to. So now it's better not to even just waste your good energy on that. Don't waste your energy on people who not ready to grow, on people who not ready to change. Trust me, it's so many people out here that want to do the right thing, that want to live happily, that want to live positively, and just connect yourself with those people, or know that you're going to attract those people because that's what you are, right? So yeah, that's my little spiel. Don't be forcing it on nobody, but it'll happen for them. You just let God keep doing miracles and doing wonderful, beautiful things in your life and your attitude and your emotional health, and other people will start seeing that and they'll start following, right? Don't make assumptions. Assume nothing is our second card. Don't make assumptions. Assume nothing. Okay. In any kind of relationship, we can make the assumption that others know what we think. And we don't have to say what we want. We assume they're going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't do what we want, we feel hurt and think, how could you do that? You should know, right? How could you do that? You should know. But they don't know what you ain't telling, right? They got a whole bunch of other stuff going on in their mind that they thinking about. They won't know unless you tell them, okay? So we can go ahead and get the read started. We are picking up on chapter 4, finishing that chapter out today. Super, super blessed and grateful about that. And we starting on page 75, okay? Now, just really housekeeping really quick. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and comment, right? If you go back and watch the replay, let me know that you were here. Let me know that you was in the building. You tuned in to the read. You might not have made it to the live, but you made it, right? You made it. You were intentional. You learned something new. You took that time for yourself. So comment, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube page if you haven't already done it at I Coach Wealth. Let's connect, like really connect, and do your best to jump on the lives with us, right? And meet me face to face. Now, if I say something that resonates with you, drop an MOC in the chat. MOC means moment of clarity. It's my way to connect with you guys, to know that you are receiving some value, to know that you are, learning something, you still with me. And it's just kind of my way to vibe with y'all, right? All I see is myself in these screens. I see Barb's comments. I'm so grateful for Barb, right? Keeping me going every single day. My fuel, right? I'm missing my Crystal. She is in Disney right now with her family. So have fun, Queen. Have so much fun. And then King Quincy is on YouTube. So he is awesome as well. But yes, connect with me, y'all. Let's connect. All right, let's get it started. We are starting on page 75, seeds and weeds. Seeds and weeds, okay? As monks, we learn to clarify our intentions through the analogy of seeds and weeds. When you plant a seed, it can grow into an expansive tree that provides fruit and shelter for everyone. That's what a broad intention like love, compassion, or service can do. The purity of your intention has nothing to do with what career you choose. A traffic officer can give a speeding ticket, making a show of his power. Or he can instruct you not to speed with the same compassion a parent would have when telling a child not to play with fire. You can be a bank teller and execute a simple transaction with warmth. But if our intentions are vengeful or self-motivated, we grow weeds. Weeds usually grow from ego, greed, envy, anger, pride, competition, or stress. These might look like normal plants to begin with, but they will never grow into something wonderful. If you start going to the gym to build a revenge body so your ex regrets breaking up with you, you're planting a weed. You haven't properly addressed what you want. Most likely to feel understood and loved, which would clearly require a different approach. You'll get strong and reap the health benefits of working out. But the stakes of your success are tied to external factors. Provoking your ex. If your ex doesn't notice or care, you'll still feel the same frustration and loneliness, right? Because you went into it with the wrong aim. However, if you start going to the gym because you want to feel physically strong after your breakup, or if in the course of working out, your intention shifts to this, you'll get in shape and feel emotionally satisfied. Another example of a weed is when a good intention gets attached to the wrong goal. Say my intention is to build my confidence, and I decide that getting a promotion is the best way to do it. I work hard, impress my boss, and move up a level. But when I get there, I realize there's another level, and I still feel insecure. External goals cannot fill internal voids. No external labels or accomplishments can give me true confidence. I have to find it in myself. We will talk about how to make internal changes like this in part 2. Okay. So you see how he focused on the internal change, not the external. And like I said the other day, I feel like in this society, in this box, we are guided to keep adding these things to ourselves externally, right? We want to add the degrees. We want to add the certifications. We want to add this. We want to add that. And that makes us feel valuable. That gives us our worth. And since being on this journey, like I used to be that person. I used to feel like it was like a badge of honor because I'm an RN. I made it. I did it, right? I did something that so many other people can't choose to do or try to do or can't, whatever, right? And now I know that that is the least of what I am. That is the least of who I am, right? I've only been that the last 5 years of my life. That's the least of me. I have so much more inside of me, right? Than that thing that can be taken away from me so easily, right? That's how you know. If it can be taken away from you easily, that's how you know it's probably an external gain instead of an internal gain, okay? Because you can't take my joy that easily, right? If I'm in control, if I am the master of my thoughts and actions, you can't take my peace that easily. You can't take my elevated mindset. You can't take these things, right? That resides inside, unless I give you that power. Okay. All right. So external goals cannot fill internal voids. No external labels or accomplishments can give me true confidence. I have to find it in myself. We will talk about how to make internal changes like this in part 2. The Good Samaritans. Monks know that one can't plant a garden of beautiful flowers and leave it to thrive on its own. We have to be gardeners of our own lives, planting only the seeds of good intentions, watching to see what they become, and removing the weeds that spring up and get in the way. Right? So, what would the weeds be? Distractions, removing the distractions. In a 1973 experiment called From Jerusalem to Jericho, researchers asked seminary students to prepare short talks about what it meant to be a minister. Some of them were given the parable of the Good Samaritan to help them prep. In this parable, Jesus told of a traveler who stopped to help a man in need when nobody else would. Then some excuse was made for them to switch to a different room. On their way to the new room, an actor, looking like he needed help, leaned in a doorway. Whether a student had been given materials about the Good Samaritan made no difference in whether the student stopped to help. The researchers did find that if students were in a hurry, they were much less likely to help. And on several occasions, a seminary student going to give his talk on the parable of the Good Samaritan literally stepped over the victim as he hurried on his way. The students were so focused on the task at hand that they forgot their deeper intentions. They were presumably studying at a seminary with the intention to be compassionate and helpful. But in that moment, anxiety or the desire to deliver an impressive speech interfered. As Benedictine monk Lawrence Freeman said in his book, Aspects of Love, everything you do in the day, from washing to eating breakfast, having meetings, driving to work, watching television, or deciding instead to read, everything you do is your spiritual life. It is only a matter of how consciously you do these ordinary things. Okay? I like that. It is only a matter of how consciously you do these ordinary things. And consciousness comes with setting that intention, right? I have an intention for this read, right? To provide value, to help someone raise their vibration, raise their frequency, to be of service to the universe, to others, right? To shine my light upon the world, to illuminate the way, right? That's the intention for the read every single morning, every day. Live your intentions. Of course, simply having intentions isn't enough. We have to take action to help those seeds grow, right? So that is why this is not like magic. I mean, it is like magic, but it's not. It's not like you can like we got a genie, like we on Aladdin and we can just state our wishes. It's things we have to do, right? We have to be responsible for our energy. We have to believe that we can achieve what we setting out to achieve. We have to believe that these things that we are, these ways that we are changing and reprogramming ourselves are beneficial, right? I believe, y'all. I believe, I know, I feel it. And that's the thing. With this, you can go off the feeling, right? Our guidance system is now more about what it feels like, not about what it looks like, right? Looks can be deceiving. We know that. What does it feel like? It feels good. It feels good. Okay. I don't believe in wishful manifesting. The idea that if you simply believe something will happen, it will. We can't sit around with true intentions expecting that what we want will fall into our laps. Nor can we expect someone to find us, discover how amazing we are, and hand us our place in the world, right? Nobody is going to create our lives for us. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Those who love peace must learn to organize as effectively as those who love war." When people come to me seeking guidance, I constantly hear, I wish my partner would be more attentive. I wish I could have the same job but make more money. I wish my relationship were more serious, right? We never say, I wish I could be more organized and focused and could do the hard work to get that, right? We want microwave blessings. We don't vocalize what it would actually take to get what we want. I wish is code for I don't want to do anything differently, right? You want to stay the same, but you want things to change. That'll never happen. If you want things to change, you have to change, right? You have to give up to go up. That's what my mentor said. You got to give up to go up, okay? So I can give up watching TV every single day, right? I can give up sleeping in until 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I can give up being rude to people for no reason, right? I can give up feeling entitled, right? I can give up these things because I want to go up. I want to attract better energies to me. I want to attract better things and situations into my life. So I got to be rid of the weeds inside of my garden, right? The garden of my mind. Get the weeds out, right? There's an apocryphal story about Picasso that perfectly illustrates how we fail to recognize the work and perseverance behind achievement. As the tale goes, a woman sees Picasso in a market. She goes up to him and says, "Would you mind drawing something for me?" "Sure," he says, and 30 seconds later hands her a remarkably beautiful little sketch. "That will be $30,000, he said. "But Mr. Picasso," the woman says, "how can you charge me so much? This drawing only took you 30 seconds. "Madame," says Picasso, "it took me 30 years. The same is true of any artistic work, or indeed any job that's done well. The effort behind it is invisible. The monk in my ashram, who could easily recite all the scriptures, put years into memorizing them. I needed to consider that investment, the life it required before making it my goal, right? So a lot of people are out here wanting other people's lives, right? They want to live the lifestyle they live, have the things they have, but they, they want the glory, but they don't necessarily want the story. They don't even know what the story was. They don't know what that person went through behind closed doors, what battles that person fought mentally, right? Physically, emotionally, what demons was trying to attack that person, right? You don't know. So when you wishing for this person's life and outcomes, you want to just be focused on your own outcomes, right? Really creating your own, because you can create your own. You're not a copy, you're an original. Okay. When asked who we are, we resort to starting what we do, right? All the time. When asked who we are, we resort to stating what we do. I'm an accountant. I'm a lawyer. I'm a housewife, a house husband. I'm an athlete. I'm a teacher. Sometimes this is just a useful way to jumpstart a conversation with someone you've just met. But life is more meaningful when we define ourselves by our intentions rather than our achievements. Okay? If you truly define yourself by your job, then what happens when you lose your job? Right? If that is what is holding your value, your worth. If you define yourself as an athlete, then an injury ends your career. You don't know who you are. Losing a job shouldn't destroy our identities, but so often it does. Okay? Instead, if we live intentionally, we sustain a sense of purpose and meaning that isn't tied to what we accomplish, but who we are. If your intention is to help people, you have to embody that intention by being kind, open-hearted, and innovative. By recognizing people's strengths, supporting their weaknesses, listening, helping them grow, reading what they need from you, and noticing when it changes. Okay? If your intention is to support your family, you might decide that you have to be generous, present, hardworking, and organized. If your intention is to live your passion, maybe you have to be committed, energetic, and truthful. Note that in chapter 1, we cleared our external noise, right? So that we could see our values more clearly. When you identify your intentions, they reveal your values. The intentions to help people and to serve mean you value service. The intention to support your family means you value family. It's not rocket science, but these terms get thrown around and used interchangeably, so it helps to know how they connect and overlap. Living your intention means having it permeate your behavior, right? Having it permeate your behavior. For instance, if your goal is to improve your relationship, you might plan dates, give your partner gifts, and get a haircut to look better for them. Your wallet will be thinner, your hair might look better, and your relationship may or may not improve. But watch what happens if you make internal changes to live your intention. In order to improve your relationship, you try to become calmer, more understanding, and more inquisitive, right? You can still go to the gym and get a haircut. If the changes you make are internal, you'll feel better about yourself and you'll be a better person. If your relationship doesn't improve, you'll still be better for it, right? So that's a lot different than trying to dress up the outside, right? To get a different response from your partner, right? Nothing on the outside. You want to change stuff on the inside, okay? Internal adjustments. Do the work. Once you know the why behind the want, consider the work behind the want. Once you know the why behind the want, consider the work behind the want. What will it take to get the nice house and the fancy car? Are you interested in that work? Are you willing to do it? Will the work itself bring you a sense of fulfillment, even if you don't succeed quickly or ever? The monk who asked me why I wanted to learn all of the scripture by heart didn't want me to be mesmerized by the superpowers of other monks and to seek those powers out of vanity. He wanted to know if I was interested in the work, in the life I would live, the person I would be, the meaning I would find in the process of learning the scriptures. The focus is on the process, not the outcome. The Desert Fathers were the earliest Christian monks living in hermitage in the deserts of the Middle East. According to these monks, we do not make progress because we do not realize how much we can do. We lose interest in the work we have begun, and we want to be good without even trying. Okay? If you don't care deeply, you can't go all in on the process. You're not doing it for the right reasons. You can reach your goals, get everything you ever wanted, be successful by anyone's terms, only to discover you still feel lost and disconnected. All right? How many people out here? We know people. We see people every day at work, in grocery stores, right? But if you're in love with the day-to-day process, then you do it with depth, authenticity, and a desire to make an impact, right? He must be speaking to me, right? That's what I do every day for the book club. With depth, authenticity, and desire to make an impact. You might be equally successful either way, but if you're driven by intention, you will feel joy, right? And if you have a clear and confident sense of why you took each step, then you are more resilient. Failure doesn't mean you're worthless. It means you must look for another route to achieving worthwhile goals. Satisfaction comes from believing in the value of what you do. Okay, so this made me think about, what book was we reading? This made me think about one of these books we read where it said, when you are confronted with an obstacle, the goal doesn't change. You just take a detour, right? You don't just say, like if you in a car and you driving somewhere, I believe this was in Zig Ziglar. You in a car and you driving somewhere and you go to a dead end. You're not just gonna turn around and go back home and say, well, guess we can't go. Guess we can't go to our destination, right? You're going to take a detour. You're going to find a different route. Okay? That's the exact same thing we have to do with our goals, with our desires, with our wants. Now, let me read this. Try this. So are some action steps. Add 2 B's to your to-dos. Add 2 B's to your to-dos. Alongside your to-do list, try making a to-be list. The good news is, if you're not making your list longer, these are not items you can check off or complete. But the exercise is a reminder that achieving your goals with intention means living up to the values that drive these goals. Example 1. Let's say my goal is to be financially free. Here's my to-do list. Research lucrative job opportunities requiring my skill set. Rework CV, set up informational meetings to identify job openings. Apply for all open positions that meet my salary requirements. But what do I need to be? I need to be disciplined, I need to be focused, and I need to be passionate. Okay? Example 2. Let's say I want to have a fulfilling relationship. What do I need to do? Plan dates, do nice things for my partner, improve my appearance. But what do I need to be ultimately for all of this to work? What do I need to be? More calm, more understanding, more inquisitive about my partner's day and feelings. Okay? So that's a quick little try this. Role models. The best way to research the work required to fulfill your intention is to look for role models. If you want to be rich, study without stalking what the rich people you admire are being and doing. Read books about how they got where they are, right? Hence what we doing, right? Tapping into this spiritual side of success. Focus especially on what they did at your stage in order to get where they are now. You can tour an entrepreneur's office or visit an expat's avocado ranch and decide it's what you want. But that doesn't tell you anything about the journey to get there. Being an actor isn't about appearing on screen and in magazines. It's about having the patience and creativity to perform a scene 60 times until the director has what he wants. Being a monk isn't admiring someone who sits in meditation. It's waking up at the same time as the monk, living his lifestyle, emulating the qualities he displays. Shadow someone at work for a week and you'll gain some sense of the challenges they face and whether those challenges are challenges you want to take on. And your observations of people doing the work, it's worth remembering that there can be multiple paths to achieve the same intention. For example, two people might have helping the earth as an intention. One could do it through the law, working with the nonprofit Earth Justice. The other could do it through fashion, like Stella McCartney, who has helped popularize vegan leather. In the next chapter, we'll talk about tapping into the method and pursuit that fits you best. But this example shows that if you lead with intention, then you open up the options for how to reach your goal. And as we saw with the example of selling around the globe, two identical acts can have very different intentions behind them. Let's say two people give generous donations to the same charity. One does it because she cares deeply about the charity, a broad intention, and the other does it because he wants to network, a narrow intention. Both donors are commended for their gifts. The one who truly wanted to make a difference feels happy and proud and a sense of meaning. The one who wanted to network only cares whether he met anyone useful to his career or social status. Their different intentions make no difference to the charity. The gifts do good in the world either way. But the internal reward is completely different, right? The internal reward. It should be said that no intentions are completely pure. My charitable acts might be 88% intended to help people and 8% to feel good about myself and 4% to have fun with my other charitable friends. There's nothing intrinsically wrong with cloudy or multifaceted intentions. We just need to remember that the less pure they are, the less likely they are to make us happy, even if they make us successful. Okay? Even if they make us successful. When people gain what they want but aren't happy at all, it's because they did it with the wrong intention. Okay? Letting go to grow. Letting go to grow. The broadest intentions often drive efforts to help and support other people. Parents working overtime to put food on the table for their families, volunteers devoting themselves to a cause, workers who are motivated to serve their customers. We sense these intentions from the people we encounter, whether it's the hairdresser who really wants to find a style that suits you, or the doctor who takes the time to ask about your life. Generous intentions radiate from people, and it's a beautiful thing. Time and again, we see that if we're doing it for the external result, we won't be happy. With the right intention to serve, we can feel meaning and purpose every day. Living intentionally means stepping back from external goals, letting go of outward definitions of success, and looking within. Okay? Outward definitions of success. What is an outward definition of success, right? Feeling like we got to have the nice fancy cars and the nice big house and, you know what I'm saying, the degrees, and those are outward feelings of success. Developing a meditation practice with breath work is a natural way to support this intention. As you cleanse yourself of opinions and ideas that don't make sense with who you are and what you want, I recommend using breath work as a reminder to live at your own pace in your own time. Breath work helps you understand that your way is unique. And that's as it should be. Okay? So that's the end of chapter 4. But it is just like a little meditation that I'm going to read through, okay? And then we'll start part 2 tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we'll start part 2. So let me see. Part 1 was let go. So everything we've read so far was for let go, right? I'm going to do this little meditation. And then part 2, we are going to grow, right? So in part 1, we learned how to let go. We learned about our values, about our fears, about negativity, about intentions. And now once we cleaned out the garden, now we can start growing, right? And that's what we'll do in part 2. But let me read this little meditation real quick. So the meditation is called Breathe. The physical nature of breath work helps drive distractions from your head. Breath work is calming, but it isn't always easy. In fact, the challenges it brings are part of the process. I'm sitting on a floor of dried cow dung, which is surprisingly cool. It's not uncomfortable, but it's not comfortable. My ankles hurt. I can't keep my back straight. God, I hate this. It's so difficult. It's been 20 minutes and I still haven't cleared my mind. This is how it starts for everybody, right? I'm supposed to be bringing awareness to my breath, but I'm thinking about friends back in London. I sneak a peek at the monk closest to me. He's sitting up so straight. He's nailing this meditation thing. Find your breath, the leader is saying. I take a breath. It's slow, beautiful, calm. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I'm becoming aware of my breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Oh, I'm there. Okay, this is cool. This is interesting. Okay, this works. Wait, I have an itch in my back. Ain't that how it be? Wait, I have an itch on my back, right? You start feeling every little thing. Breathing in, breathing out. Calm. My first trip to the ashram was 2 weeks long, and I spent it meditating with Garanga Das every morning for 2 hours. Sitting for that long, often much longer, is uncomfortable and tiring, and sometimes boring. What's worse, unwanted thoughts and feelings started drifting into my head. I worried that I wasn't sitting properly and that the monks would judge me. In my frustration, my ego spoke up. I wanted to be the best meditator, the smartest person at the ashram, the one who made an impact. These weren't monk-like thoughts. Meditation definitely wasn't working the way I thought it would. It was turning me into a bad person. I was shocked and, to be frank, disappointed to see all the unresolved negativity inside myself. Meditation was only showing me ego, anger, lust, pain, things I didn't like about myself. Was this a problem or was it the point? I asked my teachers if I was doing something wrong. One of them told me that every year the monks meticulously clean the Gondichi temple in Puri, checking every corner, and that when they did it, they visualized cleaning their hearts. He said that by the time they finished, the temple was already getting dirty again. That, he explained, is the feeling of meditation. It was work and it was never done. Meditation wasn't making me a bad person. I had to face an equally unappealing reality. In all that stillness and quiet, it was amplifying what was already inside of me. Okay? In the dark room of my mind, meditation had turned on the lights. In getting you where you want to be, meditation may show you what you don't want to see. Okay? In getting you where you want to be, meditation may show you what you don't want to see. Many people run from meditation because they find it difficult and unpleasant. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha says, as a fish hooked and left on the sand thrashes, about in agony, the mind being trained in meditation trembles all over. Okay? But the point of meditation is to examine what makes it challenging. There is more to it than closing your eyes for 15 minutes a day. It is the practice of giving yourself space to reflect and value, right? That's the intention. You want to have an intention when you meditate. By now, I've had many beautiful meditations. I've laughed, I've cried, and my heart has felt more alive than I knew possible. The calming, floating, quiet bliss comes eventually. Okay? The calming, floating, quiet bliss comes eventually. Ultimately, the process is as joyous as the results. Breath work for the body and mind. As you've probably noticed, your breathing changes with your emotions. We hold our breath when we're concentrating, and we take shallow breaths when we're nervous or anxious. But these responses are instinctive rather than helpful, meaning that to hold your breath doesn't really help your concentration. And shallow breathing actually makes the symptoms of anxiety worse. Controlled breathing, on the other hand, is an immediate way to steady yourself. Excuse me. A portable tool you can use to shift your energy on the fly. For millennia, yogis have practiced breathing techniques called pranayama. Okay, pranayama, to do things like stimulate healing, raise energy, and focus on the present moment. The Rig Veda describes breath as the pain beyond the self to consciousness. It states that breath is the life, like one's own son. Or as Abbot George Burke, also known as Swami Nirlananda Giri, describes it, the extension of our inmost life. Okay? In the Mahatsatapatthana Sutta, the Buddha described anapanasati, which roughly translated means mindfulness of breathing. Okay, I might have butchered these words, okay? And I apologize in advance if I did. Okay? Mindfulness of breathing as a way to gain enlightenment. Modern science backs up the effectiveness of pranayama for myriad effects, including improving cardiovascular health, lowering overall stress, and even improving academic test performance. The meditations I present here and elsewhere in the book are universally used in therapy, coaching, and other meditation practices throughout the world. When you align with your breath, you learn to align with yourself through every emotion, calming, centering, and de-stressing yourself. Once or twice a day, I suggest setting aside time for breath work. Additionally, breath work is such an effective way to calm yourself down that I use it and suggest others use it at points throughout the day when you feel short of breath or that you're holding your breath. You don't need to be in a relaxing space in order to meditate, though it is obviously helpful and appropriate when you are new to meditation. You can do it anywhere, in the bathroom, at a party, when getting on a plane, or right before you make a presentation or meet with strangers. Queen, this was good. Have a good day, Queen. Have a good day at work. Protect your energy and your peace. I'm almost done. I'm going to wrap it up, but then I'm going to get right to tomorrow's read. Tomorrow's pre-recorded read. But I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Okay. So this is the meditation, guys. And like I said, this is a try this. This is a meditation. I'm going to read this and we'll end the call here. Okay. Looking forward to part 2. All right. Try this breath work. Here are powerful breathing patterns that I use every day. They can be used as needed to either induce focus or increase calm. Okay. Breath work preparation. For the calming and energizing breathing exercises I described below, begin your practice with the following steps. Number 1, find a comfortable position, sitting in a chair, sitting upright with a cushion, or lying down. Number 2, close your eyes. Number 3, lower your gaze. Yes, you can do this with your eyes closed. Lower your gaze. Number 4, make yourself comfortable in this position. Number 5, roll back your shoulders. Number 6, bring your awareness to calm, balance, ease, stillness, and peace. Whenever your mind wanders, just gently and softly bring it back to calm, balance, ease, stillness, and peace. Number 7, now become aware of your natural breathing pattern. Don't force or pressure your breath. Just become aware of your natural breathing pattern. At the ashram, we were taught to use diaphragmatic breathing. To do so, place one hand on your stomach and the other on your chest and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay? When you inhale, feel your stomach expand as opposed to your chest. When you exhale, feel your stomach contract. Okay? So Feel it. I felt it, y'all. Meditative breathing is helping me lose my belly fat, okay? I believe it. It works. When you exhale, feel your stomach contract. Continue this in your own pace at your own time. When you inhale, feel that you are taking in positive, uplifting energy, right? When you exhale, feel that you are releasing any negative, toxic energy. Number 8, lower your left ear to your left shoulder as you breathe in, and bring it back to the middle as you breathe out. Lower your right ear to your right shoulder as you breathe in, and bring it back to the middle as you breathe out. Number 10, really feel the breath with no rush or force, in your own pace at your own time. Breathe to calm and relax yourself. Do this after you've done the breathwork preparation above. Breathe in for a count of 4 through your nose in your own time at your own pace. Hold for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 4 through your mouth. Do this for a total of 10 breaths. Breathe for energy. Do this after you've done the breathwork preparation above. Okay, this is for energy and focus. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, then exhale powerfully through your nose for less than a second. You will feel a sort of engine pumping in your lungs. Breathe in again through your nose for a count of 4. Do this for a total of 10 breaths. Let me see. It feels weird. Then exhale powerfully through your nose for less than a second. It feels so weird, y'all. That's okay. So you do this for a total of 10 breaths. Breathe for sleep. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Exhale for longer than 4 seconds. Do this until you are asleep or close to it. Okay? And that's it, family. We did it. We made it through another day. I'm so grateful. Another successful read, another value-filled read, right? Wrapping up chapter 4, intentions. I think this meditation thing is powerful because everybody tell you to do it, but nobody tells you how to do it, right? So this is actually telling us how to do it, how to work with our breath, and how to use our breath for different things. And breath is always constant, right? What's the first thing you do when you are born? You have to breathe. If we are not breathing, if we don't have breath, if we don't have air flowing through our body, then we not living no more, right? Our body system's not flowing right. Things is not going right. We basically not alive no more. So breath is very powerful, okay? So we just got our breathwork preparation, how to breathe to calm and relax yourself, how to breathe for energy and focus, and how to breathe for sleep. Okay, so meditation, along with affirmations, along with journaling, along with reading, all of these things were things that were changing my life. And they were changing my life very, very fast, right? And it's just things that I wonder, like, if I would have been doing this all my life, where would I be? How would I be? How would things be right now? But right, we living in the present moment. We're not living in the past. So all I can do is be grateful that I now have that gift of meditation. I now have that gift of awareness. I now have that gift of self-love, self-care, self-awareness, self-mastery, right? So give yourself that gift. And trust me, when you first start meditating, when you first start doing this stuff, it does feel weird, right? Because we weren't raised up doing this. We didn't see our parents doing this all the time. Most of us, right? We didn't see people saying that this is what we should be doing. We weren't programmed to do this or think that this was needed or something that we should do, right? But it's powerful, trust me. So be kind to yourself. Don't be sitting there. Good morning, Queen. Don't be kind to yourself when you're doing your meditation. Don't sit there and be judging yourself thinking, oh, I'm supposed to be feeling this way, or I'm supposed to be thinking that way. No, you just supposed to be sitting there going within, being quiet, and letting God speak to you, right? Letting source speak to you. We pray all the time. We pray, especially when we in trouble, right? We praying it out. And that's cool. We praying and we give ourselves that time to talk to God. But you have to meditate, because when you meditate, that is you allowing God to speak to you, to speak through you, right? So that's it for today, family. Thank y'all so much. Tomorrow will be a pre-recorded read. Fridays are now pre-recorded, not live, just pre-recorded reads. So I am about to get off of here and do that. But I'm so very, very blessed, very, very grateful to be able to bring this read to y'all today, to serve my purpose once again, to bring love, to bring light to whoever is seeking it. So protect your energy today. Protect your peace today. Be a light today. Be kind today. Be happy, unapologetically free today. Be grateful. Stay in a state of gratitude all day. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Don't let nobody steal your peace. Don't let these energy vampires drain you of your good ass energy. Okay. Be responsible for the energy that you're putting out, because whatever you're giving energetically is what you're receiving, right? So just be aware of that. Be responsible for it. And yeah, have a great ass day. Enjoy y'all weekend, because I won't be talking to y'all live tomorrow, but enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the pre-recorded live that I'm about to do. Comment on it. Subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't already done it. I Coach Wealth. Yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm very blessed, very grateful. I'm about to get off here and enjoy my day, wake these kids up probably, and get things started around my house. But y'all have a super fantastic day. I am your sister in love. I am your sister in lights. And I will be back live Monday, pre-recorded tomorrow. Let's go.